Adventure exists in every element of nature, and a blend of the water and the wind conquers the thrill of the heart. Les Voiles Max Marine, a sailing race team company, seller of marine products and boat services in Quebec.
My name is Maxime Loisel. I'm the owner of Voiles Max Marine. The core of the business is that we're sail off. So basically, we're going to do some repairs on sails, and we're going to build new sails, anything for sailboats. But we're not covering only sailboat. We're doing like pretty much everything that's surrounding the sport of wind that we can do around it. So kite surfing, wind surfing, dinky boats, more keel boats, bigger boats and things like that. So we're trying to serve those amateurs that love to practice any of those sports. We're trying to serve them in whatever they can or whatever they would need.
I'm François Farino, and I'm working from Les Voiles Max Marine for 6 months now as an employee. I'm in charge of all the sail repairs and the customer relationship. The
biggest problem we had in your kind of market, we have a sell-off like that, so there's a ton, like huge amount of inventory that we got. We need to sort out every like bolts and nuts and small ropes and wires and things. So we had a ton of items. We're working with around 3,000 items that we have here. So I really needed to manage that inventory.
Max Marine faced constraints in their customized software that was complex to handle and work on.
When we started at the really beginning, we were using a custom-made software, a small one. It was doing through FileMaker. We worked with that. And for some reason, since it was custom-made, it was pretty hard to get, we wanted the software to do more with it. And it was like we started from scratch with that software also. So it was kind of hard and required a lot of involvement in it. It's just that in the era we're living now, it's all open source stuff and things like that. So for sure there's a better solution out there. We just need to find it and find what's about it.
Providing a delightful sail with their services is their goal, and to achieve this, they discovered a user-friendly platform.
So we got introduced with Zoho through, I would say, one of my partners that we had at that time. He was using it, so that's how I got introduced to Zoho. And thing that got me like very impressed is he came to visit me in my shop one day, and took out his phone and he could just check what he had in stock back home. I say, oh, that's very impressive. So that's when I started digging a little bit more. What is Zoho? What can it do? I started to see what's the other option there's on the market and things like that. And Zoho seemed to be a good solution. Web-based software, don't need to install it in any of your computer. It can be easy accessible from anywhere. So that was basic kind of things I wanted with a database software.
When I joined the company, I discovered Zoho for the first time. It was really user-friendly. It took me just a few days to be accustomed to the software. It's really, really easy.
At that time, I didn't know that much what I needed also. And but things that convinced me going forward with Zoho was already at that time they were having 40 different kind of product. I'm starting with it, so I don't know where I'm gonna go, and I don't know. But there seems to have sorted out pretty much every avenue I'm gonna need, like in the future. And so yeah, that's what convinced me, like, okay, let's try it. Some people had shown me how they were using it, so I said, okay, let's try that and we'll see.
The organization ventured into the Zoho application that helped them manage their customers, invoices, and expenses in check.
Right now, at the moment, we're using 3 different products from Zoho. Zoho Inventory, Zoho Books, and Zoho CRM.
As a sale loft, we have a lot of items, a lot of articles we use every day. So we need to know what to invoice and what we have in stock.
We started at the beginning with Zoho Inventory. It was pretty easy. It's like a plug and play. The needs that we had at that time was this one. So like I said, we used to manage around 3,000 items. So that was basically what we do. But it didn't took long that we had some growth in sales and things like that. And we saw that even though Zoho Inventory can manage all the your customer and the invoices, your selling invoices and things like that, you're kind of limited a little bit. So that's when it took only not even 6 months. I don't recall exactly, but around 6 months that we introduced also Zoho Books. And Zoho Books with that was a lot easy to manage some of the refunds or credit note that we can do to our customers. So that came pretty handy at that time. And that's when I started to see also what's the potential of Zoho Books. So there's a lot of more that could be done with this one. So that's when I decided also with my accountant that we were merging and doing all our accounting through Zoho Books. So that we're pretty happy with what it does so far.
To push up their sales graph, they clicked on Zoho CRM to simplify different functions into a single operating system.
It's only been like maybe 2 years later that we started using the Zoho CRM.
For all the customer relationship, Zoho CRM, which is very useful to have a follow-up on all our activities regarding the repairs and all the needs of our customers.
I've not been using it in my past professional life that I had. I never had to work with that. So CRM was pretty new for me. This is what like draw me to use the CRM. I kind of figured out that Zoho CRM was the #1 product of Zoho. It's pretty much why they get known at the beginning and things like that. So, and a lot of people were telling me the potential of what a CRM could do. And now I'm using it only for really basic stuff. I'm only managing 1 or 2 needs that I have with it, and that's all. But I'm pretty sure it's going to do like Zoho Books. Once we start using it, we can see what more it can do, what's the potential. So I'm pretty sure that we're going to be using more and more of it. So.
Modifying goals, restructuring roles and responsibilities with Zoho resulted in a satisfactory outcome.
The transition that we had between Inventory and Books, it revealed on how Zoho was working for me. When I saw how easy it was to go from one to the other, I said, okay, so this is the mentality that Zoho has with all its different applications. It took me maybe, I don't know, maybe 15, half an hour, something like that, just to set up the account on Zoho Books and make sure which plan I'm going to use and blah, blah, blah. And after I saw that, the integration did like almost automatically. I could see all my contacts that I had in Inventory already there in Books. So, okay, pretty easy. Let's go see. Let's go research for an invoice that I did last week. Oh, it's already there in Books. So I said, oh, wow. So it took like not even half an hour that everything was done. So I was quite impressed, and it was a key factor for me also that it triggered for me the will. So okay, if between Inventory and Books it's so easy, when I imagine like working with any other thing with Zoho, like wow, okay, so I'm looking more and more forward to work with some other products.
Having a reliable support system is a positive image of any business, where Zoho enhanced Max Marine to streamline their business.
Every time I had a problem or minor things, it was super easy to contact the support there and get it fixed, or just make a kind of suggestion and okay, well that should be improved. Okay, we take note of that, and they respond me, and I saw maybe a couple of weeks later, well, they took care of it. They did the improvement I asked, so I was kind of impressed about that. I'm always excited to see what kind where Zoho is, where their ship are going, which way they're taking with their ship and things like that. And I feel very confident about Zoho. It's like anywhere I go, there's going to be a solution or something I can count on. So that's very reassuring for us here, and yeah, we're looking a lot for it.
Offering a perfect combination of good quality and wonderful service at affordable prices is a challenge, but Max Marine was able to accomplish it with Zoho.